Fine. Graphics. Now, so why I am using Android? Due to graphics, sound, network, Wi-Fi, and database. There are 5 capability inside Android application development. Not only 5, you can easily enable on your mobile application. It can be easily accessed through your network also. Means your browser from your desktop or laptop both. Fine. And that is the basically a feature of 4.0 or a later version of the 3.5. Fine. Now, how we can develop any application in a Android? For developing application in Android, first of all you must be understand emulator and simulator. That is basically it's a emulator of Android where we can run our application, then it show how it's react in a mobile, how it's look like in a mobile. It's not possible that we can directly run on mobile. First of all, whenever you can develop any application, you must be check on your either desktop or laptop, then you are able to convert it into the APK file and then you can transfer in your mobile. Fine. Now, it's an emulator. There are 2 things. One is called emulator and second one is called simulator. Emulator is directly involved with your software and simulator is directly involved with your hardware. So emulator, inside the emulator, whenever you need any, it's an inbuilt browser of the Android, you can open any network site inside your mobile application and you can check how it's look like. Fine. It's basically a feature of the camera. Whenever you can develop things related to camera, you can just click over that. If you want to be develop things like sound, how a sound basically produce, it's actual or not, then we can use these 2 applications. Fine. If you want to be use mobile application inside your Android, then we click over that. Fine. And rest, it's a main menu. You want to be go in a main menu, then we can click over that and it's so basically your main menu. Like you want to be change your wallpaper or you want to be change your background, all the things we can change by using menu. And it's a back and it's a basically what it's you can say magnifier. Fine. And now it's a keypad. We can use anything you want to be type. You can just click over that and it can be typed if it's activated. Now, then yes, it's a development tools. How we can basically what it's a first icon is a 3G supported. Android support 3G, 2G, all the type, and whenever you have any SMS, fine, so you must be alert in a form of a message. Fine. But in case of Android, if you are using Android, it cannot show any message. It just flash out one icon. And where it can be flash out, just over. Fine. Now, how much battery you have? It's a battery backup, time, and it's your browser. Now, you want to be search anything, so it's all the output of the search item, it can be displayed over that. Fine. And you can click and you can see keyword inside that. It's just like your browser. It's a browser is just like your emulator, and we can see each and everything inside emulator. Now, how we can develop, how we can write the program. First, like suppose you want to write any program. So how we can configure your Eclipse for Android development tools? You must have a SDK of your Android. How we can find out? just download from the Google or go in android.com, developer.android.com, and you can download your Windows based or Linux based, what you want. Fine. Now you can just click over help and click on install new software and select your location. Fine. And it can be attached with your Eclipse, and then after that go in a preference. Whenever you can attach, it can be show Android here. Fine. And you can just click Android and give them SDK location. Fine. Now you are able to develop all the application of the Android. Then how we can write the Android application, how the directory structure look like. Basically, whenever we are going to develop any application in Android, then we must create a package. What is package? Fine. It's a collection of class. Fine. And interface. And that must be a public. So, Android, before going to create a Android project, then you must create a package of that. And in case of Android, you must create 2-level package. It cannot be run in 1-level package. 2-level package means what? Package within package. Fine. Now, I am creating one package with the name of org.example. Fine. And name of the project is what? Hello. So how the directory structure look like? First src, then gen, persistent container, asset, res, and there are 3 more files. So I am just starting from src. Src is what? Your source code. A source code written in Java. Source code always dependent things that is related with your XML. If you want to be a good programmer, if you want to be a good application developer in Android, then you must have a knowledge of XML as well as Java. Otherwise, you are not able to develop any application inside Android. So first, Android, whenever we can develop any application in Android, then we must need a Java programming. And in a Java, you already know that without class, there is nothing inside that. Class is what? A collection of methods and variable. Fine. So, class, basically, whenever we are going to create any app project, then it's automatically give them a name, same like a project, plus activity. Fine. And it's always inherit a class called activity. Java is a OOPS language, so Java support all the facility of OOPS like inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. How many types of polymorphism? Fine. Now, polymorphism. Polymorphism is basically what? It's a runtime and compile time is true. You are creating basically a compile time polymorphism like overloading. Fine. What is overloading? Sorry. Why I am putting method name is same? Oh, you can also put the different name. Argument, if argument is different, then also you must be remember ki which argument you are. No, some technical reason is that ki we can put a same name. No. It's not the technical answer. That's why I am saying if I am a faculty of you, then I can put just 0 marks. A region, just see what happen if you are creating any method with different name. So what happen? It's always occupy some memory. Fine. If you are creating overloading, so what happen? Always parameter can store some different memory location and name are going to be stored some different memory location. If the name are same, then always one memory location have all the method. Fine. ये आपके माइंड में सबके होता है, बट दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन दैट थिंग. Fine. So always whenever we are going to give them answer, then must be a technical. Fine. So I'm using a class. Class must be inherit one. In case of Android, always inherit. It must be inherit activity class. Activity is what? There are two things. One is activity and second one is called intent. Intent means action. Action is what? Event. Fine. How many types of event? Give them any 5 name. One by one.
Adjustment, action, key, window, component.
Anyone have a knowledge of window event? Window event. How many method inside that? I am asking number. How many number in window event? एक से 10 के बीच में कुछ भी हो सकता है. That's showing your spirit. 7 होता है. Window iconified, window de-iconified, window open, window opened, window closed, window closing and window 7 हो गया I think. Just write down. Window opened, window opened, window closed, window closing, window iconified, window de-iconified and window activated. It's a 7. Window activated and window deactivated. 7 ही होता है. Window closed, window closing, window activated, window deactivated, window iconified, window de-iconified and window open. Opened. 7 होते हैं. Only 7. Fine. And it's a very much important in Android. Why I'm telling कि only stressing on window event, because whenever you are going to open any application in Android, so what happen? You can open multiple application at a time. One is a back side. No, sorry. One in a front side and multiple in a back side. Fine. So what happen? You can play multiple things at a time. Like suppose someone are using music player as well as mobile number typing. There are 2 applications at a time. You are adding number inside the database by using JDBC and you are playing music by using window media player. Fine. So there are 2 windows. One in a front and one in a back. Fine. So in that case we must be required a window adapter, window listener, window event. Fine. Now first, SRC folder. SRC folder is a place where we can write all the Java application, Java program that related with your res, value, string XML and main XML. we are not going to design anything inside Java program. All the design part are interface which looks, that's designed inside main.xml. Fine. And that design can be converted at the time of run in a Java application. And that name of Java application is what? Always be a r.java. Fine. So you can write each and everything in a XML. Why in a XML? Not in a Java. Everything is possible, all the design possible in a Java. So why we are developing, why we are designing in XML? You know XML? Extensible markup language, it's a true. A reason is that it's a platform independent. A very large space, it's very small space required for creating. It's act like a database and you can easily transfer over network. Fine. All the communication, any type of communication, like suppose you are using ATM card. ATM card always dependent on XML things. All the programming written in XML, a region, like suppose you are using HDFC, someone are using SBI and someone are using Punjab National Bank. And all are using different application for managing your ATM. Fine. Some programs are written in a Java, someone are written in a .NET and someone are written in some other application. It may be a C, C++. Fine. So what happened? Whenever you are transacting through the ATM, then web service required for communicating with one bank to other bank. And that web service written in a XML. You can write in a Java, you can write in a .NET, you can write in a PHP, but ultimately it's convert into the XML because it's a platform independent. Fine. So same like in case of Android, what happened? Android always use for the designing XML. A region, it require very less amount of the memory for displaying that. It cannot be used any class. If you are using class, then it must be object, and whenever we are creating object, it's required memory. So each and every part of the designing we are using inside Android. And you already know, whenever we are going to be a design and if in a Java, then must be a layout manager. You know layout manager? Flow layout. Good, good. And one more layout that introduced in a 5.0. That's name is what? That's all are the part of till 1.4. Box layout. Fine. That's included in 5.0. Basically, a Java major changes in 5.0. Fine. And it's include, there are so many things, so many facility, and one of them is box layout. Fine. So same like in case of whenever I'm going to be use any XML things, in case of XML must be a layout, and that layout name is linear layout. Linear layout is one of the layout, that is default layout. Linear layout is just like a flow layout. Means whenever you are going to be add, it can be add in one flow, and whenever you need break it out, you can just until and unless it cannot be fill one line, it cannot be break it out. Fine. So one of them, a default layout of the Android is what? Linear layout. Same like in a Java, but we can use so many layouts. Fine. Now after writing that, it can be converted into r.java. Now, basically why I am explaining Java, XML, for just creating your interest. If you know only till curriculum of your college, very much fighting in related to job and all the things. Whenever you are in a final semester, then you must be sit in any interview. It may be possible I am that place. If it's a TCS, so certainly I am. अगर TCS आपके यहाँ आती है तो हो सकता है कि अब हम ही आए. I am the panel of interview in a TCS, fine, and I can take an interview in a year more than 10,000, and it can show your interest, it can show your programming interest, fine. If you are in a MCA, then only for the development, and developer are not like that, fine. So you must be think for that कि you are going to be in an industry, corporate sector, and corporate sector is what I think you don't know. I'm just explain as one instance. Last year, I can select more than 30,000 of the students from different college, and 30,000, 512 are not qualified after getting 6 months salary, only due to the attitude. ये नहीं है कि नॉलेज नहीं था उनके पास, नॉलेज था तभी वो सेलेक्ट हुए थे. एंड व्हेन फाइनल आफ्टर द 6 मंथ जो ट्रेनिंग होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड ILP, और उसके बाद इतने लोग किक आउट कर दिए गए थे ओनली ड्यू टू एटीट्यूड, manner of talking. It's a very much important for getting job. Fine. Patience is also be required. A region in a software sector, project manager और project leader जो भी होगा वो ऐसे ही फालतू की बातें आपसे एक दिन तक करते रहेगा, और that is not फालतू की बातें. आपको लगेगा कि it's a फालतू की बातें, but it's very much required for the development. केमिकल प्रोजेक्ट था एक, वी आर गोइंग टू बी डेवलप दैट प्रोजेक्ट इन अ वेल्डा सॉफ्ट. आई एम वर्किंग ऑल्सो इन अ वेल्डा सॉफ्ट, एंड दैट इज अ केमिकल प्रोजेक्ट. उस समय हमसे केमिस्ट्री पढ़ाया जा रहा था, हमारा प्रोजेक्ट लीडर हमको केमिस्ट्री पढ़ा रहा था, एंड वी आर थिंकिंग इट्स जस्ट अ थिंग, इट्स नॉट रिलेटेड टू मी. बट वेन एवर आई एम ऑन डेवलपमेंट, इट्स ऑलवेज थिंक कि इफ आई लिसन दैट थिंग, देन आई कैन नॉट फेस द प्रॉब्लम ऑन फ्रंट ऑफ अ क्लाइंट. फाइन. So it's always anything anyone can deliver. It's important for you. Fine. It may be possible that time you are just thinking related to your exam or related to your course, but it may be possible if you are in an interview or if you are in any company, then it must be fruitful for you. जो हमने शुरू में क्वेश्चन पूछा था, इट्स नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, वो केवल आपकी कुछ बात ने हमारे दिमाग को स्ट्राइक कर दिया था, और स्पेशली यू, आपके जो बात थे, जो आपके टॉकिंग थे, और इसीलिए हमने वो क्वेश्चन पूछा था. इट्स नॉट, आई एम नॉट लाइक दैट कि हम इतना कभी भी हैपर नहीं होते हैं, लेकिन आपने ऐसा कुछ बोला कि आई जस्ट थिंकिंग कि हम अब उसी टाइप से बात करेंगे. फाइन. आई एम नॉट लाइक दैट. इंटरव्यू में जब हम इंटरव्यू पैनल पे होते हैं, उस समय सबसे ज़्यादा सॉफ्ट हम ही होते हैं. रीजन कि आई मस्ट बी थिंक कि इफ आई एम दैट प्लेस देन व्हाट हैपन. तो आप उस चीज को क्रिएट नहीं करो कि आपके लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम हो. फाइन. कोई भी पर्सन आर नॉट बेसिकली, आप यू आर थिंकिंग कि इन्होंने ये आए लेक्चर देंगे चले जाएंगे. इट मे बी पॉसिबल इन अ फ्यूचर. हमने बोला if I'm in a TCS, it may be possible you can encounter with me. I'm the employee of TCS, I'm not the employee of CMC, but I'm working in a CMC, because CMC and TCS both are the same group. Fine. थोड़ा पेशेंस रखना चाहिए, and you must be behave like a person. Now, आपके बात करने से ये होता है कि रिदम जो था ना वो टूट गया. अब हम बोलेंगे, बोलने के लिए हमको सोचना पड़ेगा कि व्हाट आई कैन स्पीक इट. आई थिंक यू ऑलरेडी नो. सबको मालूम है द डेवलपमेंट अगर है कहीं तो टेलीकम्युनिकेशन सेक्टर में. ये तो जानते हो, वेबसाइट डेवलप करके आप जॉब नहीं पा सकते हो. Website designing as a part of KDIS programming, because it's 80% things are HTML, only 20%